Hi, Ijao Martins, licensed marriage and family therapist, couples therapist. Today, we're gonna wrap it all up with our series on fighting styles for couples. And we're actually gonna talk about some fighting style that is called the productive collaborative fighters. It's actually the working ones, the one that works really well. We still go over the attachment styles, the self-regulation or arousal management, co-regulation, and the couples dynamics. And then I'll give you a live example. That'll be an easy one and pleasant one to give. So let's first look at attachment styles. Finally, this kind of couple tend to have either secure attachment style or earned secure attachment style. Sorry, I don't know many people who are born with secure attachment style because of my work. I work with people that need support. But I see a lot of folks that actually have later earned in life secure attachment styles. Not necessarily from a partner, but can be from friends and family, other family members besides the caregivers, sometimes communities, spiritual communities, self-growth communities, groups. So they develop this secure attachment, which means one can acknowledge your own needs and express their needs and not over dependent on themselves to meet all their needs, which is impossible. That's open for other people to receive care and to receive support from others, but then not over dependent on other people. So it's more like an interdependent relationship. They give and they receive, and they are their primary caregiver of all their parts, but then they're open for job applications from other people to care for their parts and support each other. So that's their attachment style, secure or earned secure attachment style. And the regulation or arousal of those couples who are collaborative fighters, they actually they're very aware of their body. So they know when their arousals are going up. Let's see, could be a heart rate goes up, could be breath shallow, could be they feel heat and energy travel in their body, could be they start to feel like mentally not very clear, they lack of clarity, all those signs, and sweating palms, all those signs people capture within their own physical somatic environment that tell them, oh, my stress level is going up, I'm not in the calm space anymore, I'm more than engaged and I'm about to go to stress that I want to say things that I will regret later. So when they have this awareness, body awareness, and they know how to bring down their arousal level by saying, hey, I call a break, I need a break, let's have some tea, that I need to breathe a little bit and get in touch with myself, see what I really want to say. I don't want to say things that I regret. And it's not fair for you. And they also can go to our third one, co-regulation. They can co-regulate. So sometimes they break and take a break and regulate their own nervous system. Other times they actually collaboratively regulate each other by saying, let's go for a walk. Let's just put this aside for a little bit. I want to connect with you. Let's hold hands, go for a walk, listen to the birds and look at the trees and look at the, whatever the skies, and notice what's surrounding us. Just take a breather. Okay, just 5 minutes. We'll stay still connected. We'll carry out this conversation later, but we each have some separation while stay connected with each other. That's one way of co-regulation. And their dynamic is very much like one or both of them are feeling very comfortable in bringing in their differences. When they have some concerns, when they have some feelings they want to air out, they can bring up the issue without escalating, like the stress shooting off the roof. Then they lose it. So they tend to be taking initiative to address issues. First of all, they're very aware what's going on with them, what are their values, what are feelings they're having. Even if they're not clear at the moment, they ask for a break, then get in touch with themselves, and then they express what's going on with them to the other person in a way their boundaries are relatively open, so they can still hear what the other person has to say. That you may have a different opinion and a different positions or a different perspective from me, and you may have feelings that's similar or different from me. I don't know, but I am open to hear you because you know what? I care about our relationship. So they come in as a problem-solving mode, but not to solve the other person's problem, but to solve the problem within their relationship where they get a glitch. It's like, where did it go wrong, the communication? There's a breakdown somewhere. I feel like we're not getting our message across. So let's pause and let's figure it out what's happening. So they both are researchers in this dynamic, the collaborative couples. So let me give you a live example. Let's say Tatiana and Tiago, they're a couple, they're a heterosexual couple. Tiago has ADHD symptoms, and so he might not be the most organized, clean person in the world, at least very different with Tatiana's standard. So recently, let's say it's the end of the quarter for business. It is a very busy time, and so Tiago's work stress is going up. So you probably know this, when the work stress goes up with the ADHD symptoms could get worse. Sleep might be impacted, and eating, exercise, all the routines got thrown off. So Tiago, in his personal system, he's under a lot of stress. So he may act out the stress by not paying attention to his environment as much. And so he leaves things around in the morning after shaving, leave like stuff in the sink, and he's stuff all over the place on the floor, and he's not cleaning up after himself, and he creates a lot of hassles for Tatiana, where she has to pick it up because they're children, they got sent to the school in the morning. So Tatiana started to feel more and more stressed. Not only that Tiago hasn't been spending as much time with her and the children, but also Tiago's leaving more work for her to do. She started time travel to the past and saying, well, remember before we started couples counseling, before you're on medication, with all the strategies, how terrible the ADHD were impacting our relationship negatively. I feel like it's coming back, that I got to pick up after you. You're become like my third child again. So Tatiana got really triggered, okay? We'll take a deep breath. So Tatiana decided to think about it. Right now, it's just like a bubbling annoyance and irritation, but she can really easily go back to the time and get activated, have a full-blown frustration and a aggressive outlet. And especially Tatiana's work is not exactly easy. She's taking on more clients for consultation. She started to experience menopausal symptoms, and so her personal system is also under a lot of stress. They both under stress, right? And this is when the relationship gets stretched thin, which is very normal. So how does Tatiana handle those ruptures and those annoyances, those feelings? So she decided to reach out to Tiago by putting her hand on his arms and saying, hey, honey, I would like to have a conversation with you today. Can we take a walk? So it would take maybe 30 minutes the most, but let's take a walk and not say anything first, just have a little bit connecting time. I would like to hold your hands and walk because I know physical touch is your love language. So here we go. Tatiana hold Tiago's hand, and they agreed to take a mini walk after dinner when the kids are in activities. So Tatiana and told Tiago, honey, I noticed recently you've been more stressed with work and you've been putting things out, not cleaning up as before. This add more work on my plate, and I'm getting more and more stressed myself. It's really eating into my time in the morning to get the kids ready and get myself ready. So And also, I haven't been spending much time with you, so I really feel to be cared for. I would like you to hold me tonight and we cuddle a little bit before bed, and so we can reconnect. And would you please tell me how much you care about me? That would really help. So that's Tatiana's way of initiating the contact and having this fight with Tiago without escalating it. And you can imagine how that lands in Tiago, right? So he feels Tatiana was first not being very activated, coming with criticism. Tatiana was also vulnerable and talk about her needs, also offered a solution. Oh, if only I do this thing, cuddle and tell her how much I care about her, which I do, that she will connect with me. This is concrete and simple, so I don't need to figure it out and guess. So that's a collaborative couples example of resolving their conflicts. I will see you next week with a new topic.